Times now that the report is full of falsehoods and all allegations in it are already settled by the highest court of India. Further, while checking the documentary, sources also say that the film lacks truth and substance and is based on hearsay. For more on this, let's go across to Padmaja Joshi. Over to you, Padmaja.
Thanks very much, Madhav. In fact, a series of allegations that have been made in the documentary, a series of claims that have been made. Let's take it one by one. Now, in the 1 hour long documentary, one of the things that really stands out, of course, when you're talking about the post-Godhra riots, it begins with the Godhra train burning. Now, even when I was watching the documentary, it struck me how the reporter at that time in 2002, in one of the clips used, says that this train was burnt with Hindu pilgrims inside. Some people claim that there were Muslims responsible for it. However, that claim has been disputed. Now sources have also reached out and told us that this is an extremely specious claim to say that the burning of the Godhra train was disputed. And that is for two reasons. One, that there are close to 24 people who are currently serving time in jail, sentenced to life imprisonment and sentenced to death. All of these people are in fact Muslims who were arrested at that time and are currently serving term. Now also take a look at some of the news clips from that time, which very clearly talk about who is behind the Godhra train burning. So on what basis was this claim made that the burning of the train in Godhra with pilgrims inside, which killed close to 60 people that were burnt alive, is disputed? Now, claim number 2 that has been made in the documentary is about Ehsan Jafri. A witness is used in the documentary who says that Ehsan Jafri, at the time that there was a mob outside his house, called up Narendra Modi, who was the then chief minister. However, the fact is that the SIT that was constituted by the Supreme Court, and which, by the way, submitted its report when the UPA was in power in 2013, the SIT report said clearly that there was no evidence ever found of any call having been made from Ehsan Jafri's landline to the office of the Chief Minister of Gujarat at that time. The third claim, which sources are telling us is extremely specious, is that about Teesta Setalvad and RB Shri Kumar, and how they have been victimized by the government, because as far as Teesta Setalvad is concerned, she in fact is currently being investigated. She was arrested and is now out on bail soon after the Supreme Court actually ruled in favor of the then Gujarat Chief Minister and gave him a clean chit in any involvement, and even said that the involvement, or claiming the involvement, of Narendra Modi in abetting the riots was a stratagem which was used to keep the pot boiling. Now, also the fourth claim that has been made, open-ended remark on the death of Harin Pandya, almost casting aspersions on the murder of Harin Pandya on the state of Gujarat. The reality is that Harin Pandya's murderer, Asghar Ali, was acquitted by the High Court for lack of evidence, was convicted by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court also dismissed the application of CPIL, stating that there was no ground for fresh probe. However, the BBC documentary is making a conspiracy theory, one, hinging on the claim that Harin Pandya said that he was in a room when Mr. Modi said that let the rioters run free, let them do what they are saying, and even insinuating that somehow the then government was behind his mysterious death. So a series of fact checks have since been done. Back to you.
Thanks so much for that update there, Padmaja. Clearly a series of fact checks that are being done by government sources on this particular documentary and what is contained within, but also